Hi everyone, this is Linda from Lilybug's Library, and I'm coming to you today to talk to you about different pet peeves. And I think one of my pet peeves is things that don't work right, because this is about the second or third time I've tried to film this. I started out on my deck because it was a nice sunny day, and then the sound didn't work for some unknown reason. And then I came in and restarted it in my house, and the cat kept moving my laptop screen and my webcam, so that didn't work either. So we're trying one last time. So we'll start it with bookish pet peeves. And I would love to hear any of your pet peeves, so feel free down in the comments to let me know what yours are, bookish or otherwise. I'm sure we probably all have a long list of them, but these are just a few of mine. You may not agree with them, but one of mine is books with more than one cover. So I don't really understand why they insist on doing that, and it can be really annoying. And if I'm trying to get a hold of a series and I want them all to line up nicely on my shelf and all kind of look alike, I really have to make sure that I'm paying attention and get the same kind of cover as what the first one was. When I read Dead and Stormy Night, there were two covers to that. There was three to Midnight Promises. It seems like practically every book has more than one kind of cover. Anybody knows why? I'd love to hear it. I mean, I get it if it's like a special edition or something like that, but just your everyday paperback, they only need one cover. The other one is books without trigger warnings. Again, I had talked to you in a previous video about the Colleen Hoover one, but I've read even a couple of other ones the last few weeks that didn't have a trigger warning and probably should have. So I don't think it spoils necessarily the book. It doesn't even have to be kind of major, like just like they do with movies when they say, may contain coarse language, mature themes, blah blah blah. I mean, put something like that on it. I mean, you don't have to go into exactly what it is, but at least give people a heads up that there's something. Um, and books that claim to be something they aren't. So the main book that comes to mind when I think of this is one I read called In 5 Years. It the way it read on the back, you were sure that it was a romance, and it was kind of tagged as being a romance. Can't say it turned out quite the way that I just felt misled. Let's put it that way. I won't give any spoilers away, but I think there's a few books like that who have said that they're one thing and really they're not. So that sort of thing makes me a little crazy. So those are the bookish pet peeves I have. Now I know some people, they don't like when the spine is cracked on a book. Sometimes they're upset by, maybe a bookcase like mine that's just kind of a hot mess. They like the books to be arranged a certain way. I can't think of any other ones. Oh, people who dog ear the pages. Yeah, I know that's a big pet peeve for some people. So yeah, I'd love to know what your pet peeves are for books. So things that aren't book related, movies that are too dark to see the action, and movies that have the music too loud to hear the characters. So those are two of my movie pet peeves. And again, I don't even understand why it happens, because I mean, I know they're trying to set a mood with both things, but I'm sure there's people in a booth somewhere that look at these things and edit them beforehand. I mean, they should be able to realize that, people are not going to be able to necessarily see what's going on, or they can't hear the characters because the music is booming, and I don't know. Somehow it still slips past and we end up with movies like that. The other thing is related to grocery stores and drugstores, that sort of thing. So it's really drives me a little crazy that we have so many choices. Now I know choices are a good thing, don't get me wrong, but do we need so many? Toothpaste is definitely my pet peeve. You go into the toothpaste aisle and you've got Crest and Colgate and Aquafresh and a million others. And then each one has a whole bunch underneath that. So it's like, extreme whitening and 3D whitening and charcoal and gum detoxify, and I don't know what to buy anymore. It's like it used to be you'd get two or three choices, and you could just, I can make a choice with two or three things. I just can't make a choice when there's 20 things. So that kind of drives me crazy. And the other thing is the divot at the bottom of everything. So products with divots in them. So here's one. It's a whip topping sort of thing. And it looks, like it's just a round case for it. But then if you look underneath, I don't know if you can see, but it's like I don't know, probably an inch divot in the bottom of it. And then I got cream that was a prescription, but it's, again, you hold it up and you think, oh, okay, like this is, a decent size. But then look underneath. It's like there's this big divot there. It's like, I want the cream for the whole thing. I don't want this big divot. So anyway, those are minor problems in life, but at the same time, it's I do find that everything now is starting to either be a smaller size, the shrinkflation that they talk about, or else it has a divot in it to make it so you're not getting as much for your money, usually after they put the price up. And it's not just those two products. There's a lot out there like that. Those just happen to be two I had in the house. So the last one is no pockets. So ladies, I don't know, but it seems like there's a lot of clothing, women's clothing in particular, that don't have pockets. We carry things, everybody carries things. There's no place to put your keys. There's no place to put your phone. You can't even carry a stick of gum. And it's a lot of like dresses and different dress pants, and I haven't noticed jeans with it, but probably jeans too at this point. But if there's anybody out there in the fashion industry, we want pockets. So that would be a good thing to have too. So those are some of my pet peeves. I left out some of the, more serious ones, of course, but those are some of the things that just make me a little cranky sometimes. So yeah, again, I'd like to hear yours. Feel free to leave your comments below. And maybe your pet peeve is people who talk about their pet peeves. I don't know, but I'd love to find out. Hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.